You know what's weird? It's weird, like, that people, I mean, if they're anything like me, like, a lot of time, like, sitting around waiting for it to happen. Like, some major thing, like, I feel like that's human nature to feel like you're waiting something huge. Well, guess fucking what? It's happening right now. You being a conscious entity on this fucking rock out in some fucking solar system in a galaxy in a universe somewhere. That is what's fucking happening. Like, right now is the only thing that's going on. Like, we are trapped in eternity right now. What's even weirder is most people don't even fucking realize it. They're like thinking about like tax refunds and like babysitters or like stupid shit. You know what's weird? The term try. When you use the word try, and I certainly try not to use it. See what I did there? But when you use the word try, you're insinuating a higher probability of failing. If there's something that you cannot do, and somebody says, here, do you want to do this? And you say, I'll try. You're saying, I'll attempt to do so, but probably won't. And therefore, what you say, what you think, you put that out into the universe. And guess what? The universe is like a fucking magnet. Whatever you put out into the universe comes back to you, whether it's negative, positive, or whatever. All that shit comes back. You know what's weird? Quantum entanglement is super weird. Now, what is quantum entanglement? It's when two particles, say photons, are forever connected. Now, how do you get entangled particles? If you say you shoot a photon, light's photon. But say you shoot said photon through a crystal that, you shoot the photons through a crystal that refracts the beam into two. So you have this one beam, this photon, light. Once that shit shoots through the crystal, depending on the angles and shit, it refracts and it becomes two. Now, the spookiness of it, to quote this dude Albert Einstein, is now if you take one said photon, say photon A, there's photon A and photon B, because you're shooting a laser through a crystal and it splits the light into two, so becomes two particles entangled. So photon A is facing upward, photon B faces downward. They're constantly opposites. Now you take a crazy ass photon B and put it on Ceres or someplace out of our fucking solar system way out in deep space, and you alter it so photon B, it's now facing upward. It was down. You switch it and you face it upward. Then fucking photon A back on here on Earth, which was always facing up, instantly faces down, and vice versa. You mess with one, you mess with the other. You know what's weird? People have such amazing abilities they're not aware of, which I believe, people were trained that way for centuries, maybe millennia, to think their life is mundane, to do the whole get up, go to work, come home, chill for 2 hours, go to sleep because you gotta get your ass to work the next day. Then the weekend comes and you're like, fuck, I gotta do a bunch of shit, plus I wanna have fun, what the fuck, plus I wanna rest, what do I do? What's weird? All that shit is a fucking lie. Most of what has stuck around in history books as far as knowledge on the important things were written by elite people. The idea of after this life there's a better place. Well, guess what? All that fucking shit came from some rich people having a great fucking time here right now, and your ass hates it. So they're basically, that was just fed to people so they shut the fuck up and be like, nah, you got something fucking crazy to look to after this shit. Just bear with us. That's where that comes from. You know what's weird? The term, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Well, that is true. The reason being, the more higher intelligence someone has, the more they want to learn. Asking questions is how you learn, and to be curious is an indication of intelligence. So usually weird motherfuckers like me walk around asking questions all day. People are like, man, you don't know shit. It's like, nah, I fucking, there's a lot of shit I don't know about. That's why I ask questions all the time. But asking questions is a huge sign of high intelligence, you know, to constantly be seeking more knowledge. And if that's not what you're doing, what the fuck you doing here? This shit ain't just fucking hang out and work and pay taxes and do normal shit like everybody else is doing. Like, y'all cool with that? Like, alright. Check in next week for, you know, it's weird episode 2. Uh-huh.